Boom. Greetings, greetings. How are you, everybody? Millions of you watching across this wonderful plain Earth. Pleasure to be back, a bit late, but better late than never. Yeah, man. Yesterday, great, belle entrevue avec Franco, Large Up Franco, Large Up Cindy. Was great. Yeah, I've still many more questions in my head. I will bring them up next chat we have together. Yep. And I'm presently also gonna be slowly migrating to Odyssey and Rumble because YouTube never been really my favorite. It's very censored, you gotta watch what you say here, or it's no more YouTube, it's corporate tube. It's corporate tube. They should change the name. So yeah. So presently I'm migrating, putting all my videos of the Truman Show on Odyssey. So you can go check Odyssey, and the Truman Show is there. Yeah, on Rumble too. Rumble, I have to upload each and every video by hand manually. But I have a few now, and that's it. So tonight here we will be we'll keep going with the review of the 33 keys. Red shift, blue shift. Like Santos says, red shift, blue shift. Sorry. Or this one. So that's it. Let's get on with our study of the night. Anybody here? Anybody here? Anyway, that's it. So that's what's new. A lot of stuff happening. Yeah, so where's the book on the screen? That's true. We will get there. So the last time I left, I was reading some stuff from Melissa Kemper, I think. Yeah. How creation work and why it's imperative to unplug. Our bodies are far removed from their original blueprint. Our natural essence is one of pure love, pure presence, our inherent gift as creator incarnate of telepathy, relocation, time travel, instant manifestation, etc. have been hijacked and reissued to as under the guise of modern technology. What we are capable of is beyond that of any superhero ever written about. We are far more powerful than most can currently imagine. That would be topic that would be interesting to bring with PT, like telepathy, incarnate telepathy, relocation, time travel, instant manifestation. That's all stuff I'm gonna take note and talk to PT about that. See what PT has to say. We must be responsible steward of the gift of creation. The images in our consciousness, whether we are of it being in our awareness or not, are the experiences which will be brought forward, for sure. This is why it is of utmost importance to protect what images we put our eyes upon or the frequencies we allow to flow around and into us. As what is viewed and heard is stored in the conscious awake awareness and the subconscious unawake awareness. That's it's awake awareness. That must be where I've seen that. I came up with awake awareness. Yeah, awake awareness or unawake awareness, subconscious mind. Yeah. The images that are presented to us through any and every form of media is giving us the images of the reality, the architects of the overlay desires. When we engage with any form of media, there are messages and screens that go unseen by the awakened awareness. But the unawakened awareness captures it all. Once it is embedded, it has the potential to be brought forth. Remember, they do not have the ability to create. So we must be the ones who do so. They control what we create through feeding us the images through televisions, movies, social media, music, etc. We are bombarded with these images everywhere we turn in our daily lives. Just like the media delivers frequencies and images that are both seen and unseen through the digital screen, as well as audible and inaudible sounds, magazines, billboards, newspaper, etc., contains subliminal programming as well. The flicker rate at which the screen delivers information per second is astonishing. And although we do not consciously perceive it, it places us in a slave-like hypnotic state. There are images that are obvious as well as obtuse, and our infinite intelligence perceives it all, and thus has it been forever embedded. We must be responsible for where we place our attention and what type of environment we are surrounding ourselves in. As the body clears and restores itself to its own unique frequency through ingesting clean, nutrient dense whole food, the addictions to the media will lose hold, or vice versa. As all of the facets of the overlay weave together like the perfect web. Each strand is connected to another. As we dissolve the attachment to one of the strings, the rest begins to weaken as well. When the body is in balance and functioning in its most natural expression, it is untouchable by the overlay. This is why the attacks begin in utero, so that we are weakening from the moment we arrive and far easier to manipulate. However, we are remembering who we are, reminding one another along the way and dissolving the overlay one breath at a time. Boom. Yes, my people. Anybody here? No. It's okay. Solving the overlay. That's CBD. CBD only. Yeah. Like the CBD, it's good for my inflammation, for my knee. Has great benefit. Maybe the smoking part is not so much of a benefit. I get it, but it is what it is. So let's go back. Serious stuff here. So we each have our own vibrational signature. There are no two of us alike. So awesome. The overlay is a false reality that is composed of frequencies that are foreign to us, as they are not of nature and thus detrimental. Our body technology has been tempered with through various forms of trauma since inception. Ultrasounds, in proper birth process, pick, pharma, fake food, poison air, and water. Toxic products and environment, ARP, electromagnetic smog, all unnatural frequencies wave we are swimming in daily. Radio, TV, Wi-Fi, cell phones, etc. And many are addicted to the media that is entertaining, House of Mirrors, our fear-based ego. Through this addiction to the external distractions, which begins at a very young age for most, the overlay agenda is easily delivered into the consciousness of those who have no remembrance of who they are and their amazing, inherent, and powerful gift. Then, just as we are designed to do, those images gain momentum and strength while in the heaters, and then begin to hold form in the physical, and that is realized in two ways. The more who carry the save images within their awareness, the more the energy is garnering. Like likewise, the more focus, how often and with which energy an individual invests into conversation around the idea, be it with another or with the ego, the more likely it is to manifest. This is really a very simple process. Expressing maturity by taking back our power and beginning to consciously create is required of us in this moment. As more of us remember our birthright, we are deeply empowered, and this whole thing is dissolving more rapidly. As more and more drop the using of the media and the technology through which it is delivered, the overlay loses much of the energy needed to keep it perpetuating. As more of us dissolve the programs of addiction to whatever self-destructive behavior that may be running that keep constantly in search for a fleeting moment of pleasure, the more power the overlay loses. The more we allow our natural essence to flow freely, staying in this space between the thoughts and feeling the orgasmic sensation that become available, the more the heaviness of the overlay melts away. The more we feed our bodies with delicious, clean, locally grown fresh produce, the more difficult it becomes for the filthy overlay to hold forms. The more each of us sets down that which is unnatural, destructive, or simply out of alignment with nature in any way, the more quickly the overlay dissolves. Choosing in every breath to be better in this moment that you were a moment ago, making either small micro adjustment back into alignment or bold sweeping shift that catapult your awareness into further expansion. It is all your choices. One can even choose to stay plugged in and dependent on the overlay, believing what the indoctrination embedded into you, although that choice will cost one their soul. And besides, we love you and want you to experience just how amazing you are. So clean the body, clear the mind of the fear-based ego, open the heart and breathe consciously, as the breath is the order placer of the experience desired to be made. Strip it all down, let it effortlessly fail away. Come home to nature. Let the sounds of the birds and gentle breeze through the trees or the waves lapping on the shore be the music you hear, and feel deeply your connection with all of creation. Perhaps you will be able to sense the communication from the plants and animals that are available to experience. That's another great. I'm gonna take note of this because I don't want to forget about it. Just need my pad. Hold down. So that's the stuff for. So yeah, the super. So sense communication. Sense communication from the plant and animals. And what I said before, sorry. Where was it? Oh yeah, the supernatural powers. Where is it? Okay. Okay, we must be responsible. Hold on, I'm getting there. Hypnotic state. We must place. Okay. Oh yeah, that was it. What did I say before? Yeah, the anyway, the telepathy, time travel, instant manifestation. That was it. Instant manifestation. And what's the other one? Teleportation. I think that was it. Yeah, telepathy, time travel, instant manifestation, communication from plants and animals. Like, I want to hear PT on that. So, allow your awareness to reside in the delicious space of no words, gently feeling whatever arises in the body without the need to label or explain it. Be the presence you are and allow your unique frequency to leave its signature on every moment your beingness occupies. There is no better sensation, nothing more satisfying or pleasurable than experiencing our natural essence and allowing it to express in every breath. We got this, family. Thank you for being you. Thank you for doing the work and feel how loved you are. Boom. Proper care for the body. I have to put you under a spell. We are creators. What is love? Yeah, I have more of that. I think I'll have to look into. So that's pretty much the end of the book. Now it's like I made like a vocabulary, or I don't know why it's there. Equip a sense, emergence, egocentric elephant. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff. I have a section too at the end. Genic. Anyway, let me get to the end here. So, this one here is interesting. My sacred mission. My sacred mission. My sacred mission statement. First, I will succeed at home first. And that's very important, because if you cannot succeed at home, if you cannot, if you can get up and make your bed, or, you know, do something each and every day that keeps you on track, just making your bed when you get up. Like, it's very important. That's why I told Gavin from the beginning. Very important you get discipline, to be disciplined. But we're not. We're very, very undisciplined. Not saying that making your bed is the whole thing, but that's where it starts. Starts by acquiring disciplines in little places, and then you get a huge discipline. Yes, definitely. Red shift, blue shift. So yeah, so it's interesting to get discipline exactly. Succeed at home. First, I will seek and merit divine help. I will seek and merit divine help. I will never compromise with honesty. Own up. Yeah, own yourself up. I will always be true to myself. I will be thinking for myself. I will defend those who are absent minded and silent. I will be sincere yet decisive and assertive. I will hustle while I wait. I will maintain a positive attitude. I will show humbleness and humility toward higher and divine. I will keep a sense of humor. I will focus on creativity and connection. I will keep a proactive mindset. I will be orderly in person and at work. I will not fear mistakes. I will listen twice as much as I speak. I will be both generous, driven, and disciplined. I will concentrate my power on the task at hand. I will be wise in what I choose to read, eat, see, and do with my life. I will exercise my ability to teach myself and others. I will ensure my voice is heard. Yeah. I will elevate my thoughts daily. I will always try to keep myself free from addictive and destructive habits. I will seek financial independence over time. I will seek to keep myself free from consumer debt. I will keep high standards and principle to become a great navigator. I will grow my circle of influence. I will have the courage to grow and learn every day. I will keep planning, aligning. I will keep aligning with the great divine powers. I will keep doing my homework with scrutiny. I will keep facing facts. I will I will keep staying inspired to realize more and wake up every day with a servant heart and give thanks for life. 33. I will amplify the 9 virtues of greatness every day: honesty, responsibility, intelligence, excellence, self determination, respect, vigilance, service, and unity. Self determination. Respect, vigilance, service, and unity. Accept, no exception. The Latin root sept means taken. If someone were to offer you $3,000, you would probably accept at once, having therefore taken that sum of money towards yourself, right? There might, however, be an exception to getting the money, or that which is taken out of the original promise. If, however, there were no exception, it would be an exceptional event, one taken out of ordinary circumstances. Deception occurs when you are taken from the truth or reality of a given situation in some underhanded fashion. If you have ever been deceived, you were not perceptive enough. That is, the full knowledge or truth of your surrounding was not too roughly taken in. Hopefully, the next time you'll be able to intercept any such trick before it happened, taking it between its origin and its end target. Let's further reinforce the etymological concept that the root word sept means taken. When you ever able to concoct a concept or that which is too roughly taken in your mind before anyone else thought of the idea, you would then be responsible for the concept's inception, taken in at its very start. You might then hope that other people would be receptive to your idea, or that they would take it back into their own minds for further consideration and not reject it out of hand. Just what does it mean if you are susceptible to something? If you are susceptible to a disease, for instance, you are able to be taken under it, contracting it despite your immune system's attempt to fight it off. You can now confidently put the root word sept into your receptacle of knowledge, having taken it back into your brain and deposited it there for safekeeping. No longer will you suffer from verbal deception whenever you see a word with sept in it, for you have taken the bull by the horns, never to be taken in again. No exception. Truman quotes a note. That's at the end of the book. Discipline and intent is like nitro and glycerin, harmless by themselves, but mix it together and it will become explosive. Get momentum with whatever inspiring you are doing. Get momentum. Work at it every single day. No days off, for sure. Go after what you want as if your life depends on it, because it does. Don't die with your song inside. Console or coach. Console, you make the other person feel better. Coach, you make the other person be better. Never underestimate the power of a kind word, a touch, or a smile. Once we effect a change, we should reinforce it immediately. Then we have to condition our nervous system to succeed not just once, consistently, but persistently. Small improvements are believable and therefore achievable. The only true security in life comes from knowing that every single day you are improving yourself in some way. When the seeker on the path home to his or true self, to his or her destiny, makes the decision to commit to walking towards the life that was meant for him or her, he or she will inevitably reach a point when he or she begins to see there is an entirely different world out there than he or she has ever known. This is an incredible place for a human being to arrive at. The limits vanish and he or she is ready for play with possibility. Confusion always gives rise to clarity over time, and a moment comes when all the new learning becomes wonderfully integrated with your understanding. This is the beginning of real wisdom. Celebrate your confusion because it is simply a reflection of your growth. It is always a little chaotic when we leave the safe harbor of the known and sail out in search of new oceans. Deep fulfillment in life does not come from accumulating objects, but from actualizing ourselves. 7 core principle. Always help others to get what they want while you get what you want. Have impeccable honesty and integrity. Live in the present moment. Become the kindest and forgiving person you know. Do your best and be excellent in all you do. Be true to yourself. Manifest bravely. Life wants you to win. You just need to get out of your own way and figure out the rules to the game as quickly as you can, and learning the rules takes some effort, deep thinking inside in places, and a genuine willingness to be a philosopher. We do often ignore what our children can teach us, and we don't uplift them. Be aware the system feeds on our fears. You have to put yourself on. No one else will do it for you. Operate from a transformational perspective. You are a champion at start. You have survived millions of sperm to make it here. So you cannot tell me you are not a champion. I don't buy that because you're already a champion at start. Millions of sperm tried to make it to the eggs, but you made it. So you are a champion. We're all champion at start. Consistency is what differences the ones that makes it from the rest. What would you love doing 7 days without being paid? Are you afraid of success or failure? You have to have a powerful why you do something. Are you looking for the stars at night in a stormy weather? They got us reaching in the stars in outer space when it's all in our hearts on Earth. As you leave the illusion that your life has been and start seeing the world for what it really is, a place of divine astonishing beauty, the pace of synchronicity in your life will quicken. As well, the more courage and consistency you manifest in living the life that the macrocosm wants you to live, the more it will send you its blessing. It will give you its green light. Boom. An idle brain is the devil's workshop. Get that brain on fire. The early bird catches the worm. Yeah. What we do willingly is always easy. Don't betray your potential. Manifest. Be you and the world will adjust. Know what you want and need. Clarity is power, and vague goals promote vague results. Am I alone here? Oh, I'm not alone. I thought I was. Haha, Jenny, thumbs up always for ya. Large up bliss. Highland Girls, there is so much ABD for sale on every corner. It's hard to know which is the best authentic quality. Too many fakes. Yeah, I get mine from Med Relief here in Canada. It's a LP producer, licensed producer. It's a mid-school supplier. I have a prescription. My doctor wants me to take 4 grams a day. So that's what I do. My doctor is all for it. Nope, not alone. Yeah, I'm not alone. I thought I was, but it always says 0 viewer on that thing. I don't think it's very reflecting the reality like any other things in our world. It's not reflecting the reality. I and girl, so true. Reads. Bliss. Yeah. Oh, thanks. It's always a pleasure to be in your upful presence. Kevin. Yeah, Kevin. Yeah. Kevin and you were watching a lot before, I think. That's what you were saying when I was doing the first light thing back 3 years ago. Now we're just onto a different gear. Still the same. I still have the same energy, the same fire, the same desire to conquer myself, conquer my nonsense, conquer everything that has to be conquer is like maybe conquer is a big word, but I want to overcome the nonsense in my head eventually. I'm walking towards that, and yeah. So yes, like I was saying, I started migrating all my stuff. Maybe you haven't heard at the beginning, but all on Rumble and Odyssey. So if one day you don't find me here on YouTube for some reason, because it's now I think YouTube is the wrong word. It should be corporate tube because it's becoming very censored, and like there's stuff you cannot even talk about here. Like there's stuff I have to avoid talking about. Not that I really want to talk about it anyway. Like honestly, I'm more into working on ourselves, and because that's where all the nonsense and the chaos starts with you, with me, with all of us. That's why when I see again today, I come back from Drummondville from going to see Sam. I went to see. That's why I wasn't here early. I was gone on the road, and on the way back, I saw all kinds of people again with their Canada flag and Quebec flag on the side of the road. doing a protest. I don't know, probably for the pick again, or it's so nonsense because the work has to be done on ourselves before you think you can even thinking of petition those people. It's not nothing's gonna change because you go like it's just a waste of time, I find, because nothing is gonna change due to that fact. There is an agenda in place and you're not deciding the agenda, so what's the point of going out there? You're just wasting time. Again, it's the distraction. It's all that time you pass outside with your stupid flag. You could be working on yourself, acquiring more knowledge of nature. Be like I said, maybe we have so much uh, possibility. Like I was saying before, maybe it's possible to telepathy and time travel, and maybe in our original state when we weren't corrupt to the core like we are, and form into that ego persona, maybe we had much more powers than we have now. We have forgotten who we are completely. That's a fact. That's a fact that we have forgotten who we are, and most of us are starting. A lot of us are starting to remember, but all things are possible. I don't think that's something I'm gonna talk to PT about too, like time travel, reincarnation, life after life, afterlife, life, whatever. Is there something after I die? That's what I want to know. Like, and how can you like? Because we have tendency that if we don't see it, it's hard to. I'm that kind of person that I like to see. But again, you look at the wind; it's a powerful force, and you don't see the wind. So the most powerful force in this world, I think, are invisible, like God or grand organizing design or Jah, call it the way you want, the supreme force, the force itself. Yeah. Sorry. We are limited only by ourselves, by our thoughts. Exactly. That's why I was trying to get him to tell me yesterday in my Truman show. Do they teach you in Freemasonry really where to exit this matrix and how to exit it? And because I think it's really in the space between the thoughts. It's hard to reside in that place, but between your thoughts, between love and hate and all that nonsense we have in our head, we can possibly have greater emotion if we can reside in that space in the middle. That's why meditation is middle, it's middle. So we should all, it's hard to reside in the place between your thoughts because you think constantly. I get it. Even for me, just to say it is a big exercise in itself to be there in between my thoughts. Like I'm trying to get there, but it's so hard. So because we've been programmed so deeply, and like it's probably easier for a child to reside in between their thoughts than for an adult that's been years of indoctrination and programming. And yeah. And also I've saw some, like there's some stuff happens sometimes here. My experience is not the only experience here on Earth. There's a whole bunch of other people, and they have experience, like remembering a bit who they were in the previous life. So, do we like we all say that we sell our soul on the altar of Babylon? Like most of us sell their soul on the altar of Babylon, but is there and that tells me that there is a soul. Like everybody has a mind, as a but the soul is something so profound. The soul is probably like the whole essence of your body, what you can project after life, or if there is. And I don't like too much to talk about these things because I don't know. Like I don't want to go into like, but there's little things that tell me that there could be something and we could be coming back here eventually. If you don't straight yourself up, if you don't set the record straight, you're gonna come back here. And imagine another round here. No, no, no. I'm done. I'm done with the realm hurt. Yeah, I do this life and I have no intention to be coming back here, but we will see. Maybe they'll send me back. Who knows? Who knows what you have to do to really exit this realm. Like this is a bit unknown to me. That's why, and also it's like it's a bit far fetched. It's after life. It's a long. Could be tomorrow. Like it could be in 40 years that I die from this flesh body. So I don't know. That's why living in the moment, doing your best, doing your very best each and every day to expand, to evolve, to again, I'm not saying to run into a temple. That's not what I'm saying. You don't need to run into a temple. The only temple you need to run to is your freaking head. That's why it's called temple. That's it. That's where the temple should be. For many, they should listen to themselves. But again, we don't know all this. All the stuff I'm saying here, I wasn't aware of that. Like, I would have never talked like this 10 years ago. You crazy, you? Because I've done a lot of, I met a lot of people. I talk with great people. So that helped me also. Truman Show and all the videos I did outside here on Motivation Academy. Must have done 3,000 video here. So that helped me find myself, finding my vibe, finding my voice, also hearing my voice, and really, yeah, tapping into some potential or power that I may have, or yeah. And I found something great, but there's still a lot more to uncover. But that's it, day by day, day by day. You've come far for yourself. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've come far, but I'm not done. To me, it's just, and also I see every day just like a fresh beginning. So I don't know. Some might see me a certain way. For sure, you see others a certain way, but to me, it's like I'm fresh every day. I'm reborn every day. It's a new day. It's like I tend to be amnesic each and every day and forget the nonsense that I've done the day before or something. So just become amnesic and forget the nonsense and move on from it. Because if we stay attached to the past, these are ghosts. You don't want to be attached to the ghost of your past. So move on, let go of the past, and that's what I've decided to do at one point. And that's how also you can greatly open up if you let go of the past and you focus on who you are today and then the vibe that you have to offer. Yeah, forward ever. Like I've hurt people in my life with my mouth, with my. I didn't bite nobody. That's not what I mean. But I said stupid shit to some people and done stupid shit with my life. Like, especially, like honestly, I don't really wonder why my mother doesn't want to talk to me no more. I've done so much shit when I was young, and now, especially now, I'm expressing myself like this out loud about everything pretty much that I think about this life, and it doesn't fit her paradigm. So she has decided to cut the link with me. But it's okay. Like it is what has to be. There's nothing that happened for nothing in life. I don't tend to be, even when it's tragedies or something. Like I'm a very positive guy. That's the thing. Some people would let them be destroyed by tragedies or stuff. I let it build myself up with that, and yeah, that's another one. Being rejected by your own parents for just the way you think, for just the way you think, what you think about the world, and you express it. But that's what happened. That's what happened in this world when you start expressing yourself. When you start just going a bit off the herd. Just going off the herd. Hey, they're gonna blast you like crazy and ostracize you and call you crazy. And are you crazy? Come back in the herd. Like that's exactly what she did. So I'm a bit, for sure. Sometimes I'm a bit bitter. I'm a bit, but I don't hold a grudge or like it's not good to be bitter about like resentment and stuff like that. So yeah, people come into your life for a reason. As season a lifetime, we will know. That's it. There's nothing that happened for because all the events that happened to me in the past led me here. Led me here. Led me with Kim, with having children, with all this. Like if I would have changed a little things in my past, a little thing, I would probably not be here today. So we have something planned out for us, I'm pretty sure. Not all organized, but you have to follow the flow, don't fight the vibe and stuff like that, because that's it. Sometimes there could be tragedies, exactly, or bad things you do, or bad or good things you do, and that can bring you into a whole different path. So yeah. Yeah, negativity in any form only holds one back. That's why I said it's very important to try to go in your space between the thoughts. Like, this is the pure exit, like, because that's where the program is. It's in your head, and you will never get the program. Trust me, never. Because unless you change your brain, unless you wash your brain, you take it out of your head, you do a big wash and erase everything, all the alphabet and the thoughts and the emotion, it's there. So when people tell you you can deprogram, or forget about it, I don't buy that, because the program is the grammar. What you want to forget? How do you forget? Unless something happened to you, a tragedy, you become amnesic, which would be a good thing. To not, like yesterday, I saw a video. There was a guy. He was the 7 second memory man. Like, he doesn't remember anything past 7 seconds. Like, that would be something. Like, I don't think it's really enjoyable. That's not what I'm saying. But we should be like that. We should, like, forget very fast. But that would probably also affect our lifestyle. So not sure it's the ultimate solution, but the space in between the thoughts is something to practice. It's hard, not easy. Like, it's easier said than done. Everything in life is pretty much easier said than done. But if we put enough effort, enough focus, we dedicate ourselves to that instead of watching TV, great chance one day that you go in the space between the thoughts. But for that, you have to shut off the noise around you. Stop ingesting so many nonsense stuff in your head, like TVs, music, and all that stuff. All the negative, there's positive music. Personally, I listen to music, reggae music, but it's because it's very uplifting and I like the lyrics in there and stuff. So, yeah. 7 second, I could forget where the brake pedal. That's it. That's what I'm saying. So it could be having negative effect but you know what I'm saying. The whole thing. Whoops. That's it. So yesterday was a great talk with the Freemason I had on the Truman Show. I really like that. I have a lot more questions for him. We will be together with Cindy next Friday again. Me and Cindy will probably do it every week now, every Friday. Every Friday we'll be together on the Truman Show, just to because I like to have a balance. It's good to like be. I don't like to use the word spiritual, but research a certain clarity and centrification with your being. But there's also balance that I like to have. So I like to stay somewhat informed of what's going on in Babylon and outside of the Matrix. Like, out of the Matrix stuff, like the stuff I was talking to you, the telepathy, the time travel, and all that stuff. And the place between the thoughts. And you don't acquire this watching TV. We get that. That's a fact. So we need time for ourselves. You need to make time for your being and stuff. So yeah. I'll check that one out. Yeah, the 7 second man. You're gonna see. He doesn't remember. He had a big thing. Another thing that I seen and I found freaking weird. Like, I think it's just propaganda, but it's weird the way they send the propaganda. It's a guy. Since 1952. Apparently, he lives into an iron lung. Listen, your head's gonna. If you haven't heard about it, your head will spin. I'm telling you. When I seen that, I'm like, come on, that is pure propaganda. Pure, yeah, the Truman Show, the Truman Channel, yeah, that's where I was. But the Iron Lung Man, apparently, the guy contracted polio when he was very young, and it made him paralyzed from the neck down, so he couldn't breathe. on its own. So they put him into a tube, a big metal tube, and he stays in there all the time. Like he doesn't walk, doesn't like nothing, no exercise. Like apparently he passed his whole time inside the chamber. Like so weird, so weird. I cannot imagine someone doing that their whole life. It's crazy, crazy shit. So anyway, maybe it's true, maybe, but it looks just like again propaganda for the pick. You know what I'm talking about, the pick because polio was a virus back then. Yeah, I don't know about it. I'm not here to give medical advice or anything. That's not my role. But go check it out. The Iron Lung Man. It blew my mind that how much effort they put into propaganda. If it is, might not be, might be true. Who knows? But it looks like it's. I laughed. I'm like, I sent it to Sam right away. I said, Sam, you gotta watch this. Is this propaganda or it's real? Like anyway, because the whole message in there was if he would have got the pick back then, he wouldn't have ended up like this. That's the story, So it's a bit weird. It's a bit coincidental with what's going on in the world today. So they will go to a far extent to just to spread rumors and propaganda and stuff and that. But I like sometimes, like I said, to have a certain balance in both world, the fake world and the real world. Yeah, that's it. Because the fake world is all the nonsense out there, and there's so much nonsense, so much distraction, so much. It's so deep the rabbit hole. It makes me laugh sometimes because even me, I was stuck in there in that nonsense. Like even at the beginning of that convoy stuff, I was all excited. I was like on fire. Like this is it. But then I'm started to ask some questions, but we have the tendency to really not think too far and not question. So when there's a hype like this, we pick it up and we enforce it and we energize it. And at one point, I'm like, what the heck am I energizing here? I even did a Truman Show new trailer with trucks and everything, and I took it down. I'm like, I cannot energize that stuff. That irresponsible from my part, especially that I try to portray something here that's really accurate and factual. So stuff like that. That's it. Now it's two times almost they catch me in the last years and with their nonsense. So now I'm really done with Babylon and their nonsense. Now I will literally because the more you go on, the more you start to understand what's the dynamic and the whole thing around it, and it's very weird, especially that stuff. It can be easy to fall down the rabbit hole every now and then. Yeah, the important thing is if we realize and climb out. Yeah. Oh, it's easy to stay stuck, and there are a lot of people. Even they have had that flat Earth stuff happening to them, or getting into the Earth stuff, and they found that they're still in there after so many years. Like that Earth stuff, I've kind of. But it's weird because all these people going out and protest and this and that, you would tell them something factual about the Earth, and they would reject it. That's how fucked up we are. And that's true. I've done the test myself, and sometimes I don't know, they're willing to accept certain stuff that the government lied to them on, but not others. Like because the ego gets very triggered when you start telling them that they don't know when they think they know. But now, if you talk to them about that pick and going in the street with their flags, all that they're all for it. But tell them other stuff about factual reality, they will reject it. It's weird, eh? But that's a fact because most people there are not even some that I've contacted myself to talk to them, streamers that were there on the site in Ottawa, and I have asked them in the past to come and talk to me about reality. And just reject it because they don't want to. Often, some content creators don't want to lose their audience. Like they know that it's maybe real or somewhat real, but they don't want to lose their audience, so they just dismiss it and dismiss you. And being like is more important for them than spreading reality, factual fact. For me, I don't give a shit you like me or not. I don't care. I don't care. I prefer you don't like me because then at least you will use a bit of your brain to listen to what I say. And but I'm not here to be like, and I've never did that to be like. I'm here because it's necessary. It's necessary. We live in a dark, somewhat age, like not dark age, but because there's light all around. I don't like to say we live in a dark age. We live in the age of ignorance. We are so ignorant about so many facts. So I just want to set the record straight. I have opened my eyes to life, and that's what I share. But I'm not pretending I have the whole truth here. I have my whole truth inside. That's the beauty of my being. That's what I'm sharing. But the fact or the what's going on in the world and like open your eyes, you'll see it. That's why, like Franco was saying yesterday, in Freemasonry, they will train you to keep your eyes open. To like, I don't think there's huge. Uh, I think we have a misconception also of what it is. I'm not saying I want to promote it. That's not it at all. But I'm willing to venture into all avenues. Like I read the Bible, the Quran. Am I Muslim? Am I a practicing Catholic? No, but I've read them because it's important to. Because you talk to the people of the earth, most of them are very conditioned to think. So you want to know. For me, it was important to know why are they believing that stuff. What's in there? So same thing with Freemason. That's why I'm willing to explore the topic with Franco and Cindy in that case, because there is something there, and everyone, each one teach one. And I don't think, like he said, there is branch of Freemasonry that are literally worshiping Baphomet. Yeah, it is. They don't hide themselves. It's out there. There's nothing secret about them. First of all, it's just a discreet. C'est plus discret que secret. The USA is very corrupt, and Ukraine is the USA puppet. So many virtues say, but behind the crowd to wave the flags around. But me, I think it's a big theater. The world, and they're behind the curtain. They're all together. To me, it makes no sense that first of all you go to the Olympics. That's okay. You can practice sport together, do celebrate in the Olympics, but then you go to war against each other. You hate each other, but then woo! Once every 4 years, we all go together and we celebrate. So it's all nonsense. It's all very nonsense, and it could not. I don't think it could work and be viable if they wouldn't be together behind the scene, because it would be a lot more chaos if they wouldn't be organizing that. I think behind the scenes, so it would be a lot more of a nightmare if it would be a case. I think, but yeah, all ego based. It's an ego based trauma. Yeah, what's it for me? No, but I will do it in English. We're doing French first. We're doing the French part first. Maybe two more in French, I see. And then we're going to do the same thing in English. I'll re-invite Franco. He's going to be with me on a Truman show probably the next 2 months with all the stuff we have to clarify. So, and I like him. He has a great vibe. He's very, he makes me laugh. So just that is very good. If I can laugh, it's good. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, no, great vibe. And I think he can maybe demystify some myth around it. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that we have heard, and so having him there, he's a 33rd degree Freemason, so he has the experience of Freemasonry. I think he's done only the Scottish Rite, but could be, yeah. one possibly for translation. How do we do that? I can have, but can you press? I don't know. Wrong word. No little history. And Biden has been on his end big time. If you know. Oh yeah, the fuel. The fuel here is crazy, crazy. The price of gas. I've seen that. I went to put gas today. Oh my. Here in Canada, in Quebec, everywhere in Canada, pretty much it's like $2 a liter. $2 a liter. And it's predicted to go up even more. It is crazy, the inflation, but that is all by design also. The more money the government spend and the more they print, the more the inflation goes up. So that's why they spent all that freaking money, you know what, for what in the last 2 years? I cannot say it because, woo, I'll get a flag. But you know why they spent all that money? That's for it. That's to bring up the inflation, to choke the economy, to really choke us to freaking till we can't breathe no more. And but no, they care about us. Whoa, I'm sorry, they care about us. What I'm saying here, they have great care about us. Government, come on. So yeah, yeah, the jab. Yeah, so much. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. The brainwashing and the effort put by corporation, also corporation, just supporting all this. Crazy shit, crazy. Just for the sake of making money. That's why they will lose their soul with that in the process. Definitely, you you sell your soul. You offer your soul on the altar of Babylon. That's exactly what they do. I don't. Some are conscious of it. They know what they're doing, and they don't care because they don't think maybe there's something after, or I don't know, or maybe they're just not like us. Slan Girl, yes, it's an option of it. Oh yeah, okay, I'll check it out. But can you just because if I do the thing in French, can you press like CC and get translation with YouTube, or I have to put it myself? I have to do the translation myself. I don't know how does that work. Honestly, I'm a bit lost in there. So, but I will check it out. USA is not capital. Oh, it's corporatism. That's why here they should change the name to Corporate Tube. Corporate Tube. It's no more YouTube. That's gone. That's the U is no more involved. You are not involved in the decision here. That's why I started to shift all my stuff, transferring to. You can find me Truman Show and Motivation Academy. Also, I'll do that channel after. I'm transferring everything to Rumble and Odyssey. Odyssey, those two platforms. So soon I will stream live also from there, live stream from there, from Odyssey and Rumble, because YouTube eventually. I'm a I what I talk about here is a bit sensitive, is a bit not in the herd. I don't have the same speech as the herd, so I could get in trouble sometime. I haven't yet. I haven't had any strikes or anything happening to my channels, both of them. But I don't trust YouTube. I don't trust YouTube. I hope you hear me, YouTube. I don't trust you. Yeah, they can hear everything we say. They caption every little word you say here, and they analyze it and all that. Oh, it's crazy, crazy. All to censor and to censor you, and yeah. If the people won't stand up, Janik, we will be taken down without pushback. We are sitting ducks. Yeah, true, true. But I think we should still, that's it, remain positive and spend our life more with positive things. That's why purging those distractions that just capture your soul, wants to capture your soul. Once you let go of that, once you start hugging the trees and putting your feet on the ground and, nature stuff, never mind the tell you your vision. Go, we like me, I'm gonna buy a kayak. I'm gonna be on the river this summer. I'm fed up, and I don't want to go with the like I like to be alone. I'm a very solitary guy, and I'm okay. I love my solitude. With Kim, Kim is having a paddle board. So paddle board and kayak. We're going on the river. I have a river right there in front. I don't know if I can get down by there. Probably too. So I will be doing videos on my kayak. I bought myself a vlogging kit and everything to put on the. There's even a stand on the kayak to. So it's gonna be very interesting summer, but I have to get in nature more. I want to be on the water just to, just nature, just the air and and the fresh air and the water and the fishies and the wifey with her paddleboard, and that should be very funny. We should be able to film Kim falling in the water a few times. No, I don't wish it for her, but I'm sure she will experience some fall. It should be very funny to see her on the paddleboard. She keeps talking about it. It's her that put that into my head. Like for the last year, she keeps telling me, "SB, we should get a paddleboard." Like, you sure? I might get a kayak. I like to more, but I'm gonna get the catamaran kayak, the one with it looks like a catamaran, but kayak style, like fishing kayak. They're bigger, maybe a bit more stable. I'm not a small guy. I'm kind of a big guy, so I need something sturdy and solid. So yeah, I will work on this, but that's where I want to. I not a very big toy person. Like I don't have a snowmobile, a four wheeler, or anything like that. It's not toys. Have never been really in my environment. Even when I was younger, more stable on water. Yeah, exactly. The paddle board, like I don't know. I don't feel the paddle board so much. I'll try it. Kim's gonna have one, so I'll try it. But my thing, I think, will be more the kayak stuff. So yes, you will be seeing us on the river probably in 2 months. Like it's getting tomorrow, it's gonna be 9 degrees here, so it's getting warmer. It's getting warmer, so we should have an early spring. I'm very optimistic for an early spring. So hopefully we get it because I want to get my plant out too. Start my garden this year. I'm putting leeks, shinko onions, kale, a whole bunch of kale. I'm gonna grow this summer in my patch in the front. I'll show you my garden once I've grown. Like in July, middle of July, I'll do a little video to show you my garden. But all kinds of herb, cannabis, of course. Uh, I have a permit to grow cannabis too. So from Santé Canada, Health Canada. But that I'm gonna up the permit also. I'm at 10 gram. But it's on the Kim's name. It's for Kim for her medicine, and yeah. So I will be having a whole bunch of golden nuggets tomato. These are the little yellow one. Oh, they're so good. But I'm only growing those tomato because I made some puree them. What I do is I grow a whole bunch, and they give you a lot of tomatoes per plant, those golden nugget. So if you don't have a big space, you have a limited space. Sorry, you grow in container, golden nugget. Absolutely, because they're small and compact, so you can just like put a tomato cage with them, and it's fine. You don't have to stack them with cords and stuff. So yeah, golden nuggets and a few pepper plant too, maybe a few bell pepper, yellow, red, and stuff, and yeah, chives, a whole bunch of chives, because I'm gonna dehydrate all the chives, dehydrate all the kale, and I'm gonna put it into containers because the kale you can also after add it in your meal to give like that little green color once it's dried and in flakes. Kale is not that much of a flavor. It's not something that will ruin a meal because you had a few. It's better than parsley. Like seriously, I use it as parsley. The kale when I dry it and it's very good for you. Kale, apparently, it's a new buzzword, the new buzz veggie, the kale. So yeah, so I'm gonna dehydrate all this, put that into a shaker, and add that to salads. To like you can put it everywhere. So this and that's it. That's pretty much it. A lot of chives because chives. Seriously, I grown a lot last year, but I'm gonna do even more this year because I use it on almost every meal. Chives is so good, so flavorful. You can yeah, 33rd Freemason. That's the top. Yeah, and then but they do rites like he was explaining yesterday. He was explaining. They do the Scottish rite. There's different rite. So in every rite you have 33 degrees, I think, from what I understood. And then if you complete the 33rd degree, but then you go on to another rite and another rites. Like there's many different. There's so much stuff. It's crazy. It blows my mind how complex it becomes at one point. There is a button at the bottom to get translate. Let's check that out. I'm gonna go on the Switch account, Motivation Academy. Well, I'm gonna check it out at the same time that you do. Okay, hold on. I'm not on the right page. Your channel. Okay, I'm here live. Book review part 8 with the little mushroom. I put the Amanita muscaria mushroom. I think it's what it's called. So let me cut the volume. Okay, so now we can go to CC. Subtitle closed. Captions. Maybe because it's live. Maybe because it's live. I don't think they can translate in real time. So that's probably the only issue here. But eventually, I think after I close this and YouTube go and do their thing, maybe then you'll be able to have the caption and the translation. I'll check it out. I'm curious too, because sometimes I do stuff in French, sometimes in English. I know most of you here, I think, are English. That's why I speak most of the time English. First of all, it's good for me. I practice. I don't need practice in French. Okay? French, I've been speaking French all my life, but English is still something to muster for me to, yeah, and it's a must. So, must master it. So, I'm working on this too at the same time, my English. It's not because I want to. I think English is better than French or French is better than English. I think both are very useful code. They're codes. Languages are codes. So when you get to know French and English, it's kind of easier to see through the lines, to read in between the lines. Because again, I told you the space in between the dots is the same thing as reading in between the lines. So you shouldn't just look at words and say it's a word. No, go to the if question. What's the root? Like I was saying before, sept. Sept is the root of the word sept is taken. That's why you have concept. Con, the word con. So be careful when you see someone that tells you it's a concept. Because I try to very hard to not mislead you here into that program that we have received because I don't want to mislead myself. So you will see me state on words and stuff and tell you, yeah, great on Rumble, super genic, best to do that. Yeah, I'm moving to Rumble and Odyssey. I will keep posting here on YouTube, probably. Yeah, but at one point maybe I'll move everything onto there. We will see how it goes, but yeah. Fuel here will end up $5 a gallon. Oh yeah, the price of fuel is crazy. Like I said, $2 here, 180 something I saw, but Vancouver apparently it has reached $2 now. Sick. Imagine me, it doesn't affect me much, okay, because I don't travel much. And I don't like to. I was telling Kim before, that's not my thing. Being on, I don't know how people can be on the road all the time and liking it, like going with their bikes or their motorcycle or skidoo or four wheeler, or I don't know how you can enjoy driving a machine. I don't. I drive my car, but it's not something really that I look forward to do. Like I don't like being on the road. That's what I was telling Kim. I said, even if you would offer me to like we were talking about going to Vancouver together by car, me and Kim. But I said, Kim, I don't know. I don't like it that much to drive, honestly. I had my driver's license. I was 27 years old. 27, I got my license. So it's not really my thing, the machines. And yeah, so I don't get how can, because it's just a waste of time. I find driving on the road, it's a big waste of time for me. I could put my time somewhere else, grow, research, do whatever videos or something, but do something, write my book, other than focus on my book and getting it done and stuff instead of going on the road. I don't know. That's just me. Some people enjoy it. They enjoy driving. I don't. I don't. Honestly, today I've realized that it's not my favorite thing to do. I do it. Like today, I went to see Sam. Was very happy to go, of course. But I'm just saying in general, it's sounds fun on a kayak for sure. Yeah. Google, YouTube, big tech. Yeah, big tech, Meta along with Instagram. Oh yeah, yeah, it's crazy. The metaverse now. It's no more the multiverse or the universe. So now it's a metaverse. Like I haven't explored that thing because it doesn't interest me at all. Like I come on YouTube here because I have the need to liberate that trauma. Okay, I don't come here for you to like me, for you to believe everything I say here, use scrutiny even in what I say. Like, don't let stuff. But in all honesty, I will never. If I come here on YouTube and mislead or I'm aware that I'm missing, I will never be here. Never, never, never. Because life is such an important thing. My life is important. Your life is important. I put value on life as much as yours than mine. So I will never come here and deliberately mislead. Never. Never. I prefer not to come on YouTube if I'm gonna talk about nonsense or just the Matrix or the Babylon stuff, or I prefer not to come here and just focus on myself. But that's why I still come, because I think my vibe has to be shared, and a lot of us are stuck in chaos and dysfunction and shit. So sometimes just to hear another being and just to hear it's like me, just to see someone positive, it makes me feel good. You know, when I see someone smile, it makes me feel good. So I like the beings of earth for sure. I love the beings of earth, but I just don't like the way they think. So that's why I don't mix. That's why I do my thing alone, and but not alone, but I do my thing more on the solitary thing. Like I don't like to mix too much with others, especially on YouTube. I tend to select who I interact with because it's not necessary to get to everyone, and yeah, just that. So now I will leave you, and I'll get back here tomorrow. Tomorrow I should be on my regular time, 8 a.m. Start that early. The early birds catch the worms. Remember? Early birds catch the worms. So now we're done with the 33 keys, the reviewing. It's just little stuff at the end and stuff, but we will be. I'll be talking about different topics that I find interesting, and especially if you show up like this, sometimes it's helps with the energy. So yeah, it's good to get together and share positivity, share the good vibes, share the there's so much chaos in this world, so much nonsense, so much confusion that we don't have to energize that. Let's energize something together that one day maybe can help us, you know, regain a bit of our soul and stuff before it gets totally captured by Babylon. Wake the baby. So yeah. So maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. Waking the baby within us. Interesting. Chives are good. Chives. I have a package. I have a package in the back. I give thanks. Yeah, me too. I give thanks. I give thanks for you being here, for all the love and the good vibes that we share. I do that from a genuine state of mind, genuine my being. I offer a lot here, but to me, it's normal. It's effortless. It's effortless doing what I do here because I came here for that. I came here for that. I know it. I know it. It just took me many years before I really opened my eyes, and but now they're open. They cannot be closed back anymore. My mind has expanded, and so it's just more, more vibrancy, more higher frequencies each and every day. But I work on it to exactly stay focused. And strawberries, basil is good too. I had problem growing basil. Honestly, I always have problem every summer. They get devoured by little black bugs. I have to spray them. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe my soil is too compact. There's something I do wrong with basil. Cilantro, I love. Cilantro, you know which one I grow? I grow the Mexican cilantro. I suggest you go for that. It's called culantro, but it's so much flavorful than regular cilantro. And it's like all picky. It's like a cactus cilantro. Like it's super good. Check this out. Mexican cilantro. It's called culantro. Super good. I have a whole bunch of seeds of that. I'm going to plant that massive because this too, I'm going to dehydrate it and keep for after. Cilantro, I'm a freak of cilantro. I love the taste of cilantro. When I make salad, I put so much cilantro in it. I have to, like, I buy it at the store in the winter, obviously. I don't have some on hand. I could grow it inside, but inside I have problem growing. Even my rosemary there is almost dying now after all these months inside. Plants love to be outside. That's the proof because you put them inside, they will struggle. Other than I have snake plants here. Something just fell. But that's a snake plant. And you see, these are very, very easy to grow inside. Like if you grow plants inside, take something that doesn't require much attention, much water and stuff, or lightning, or because rosemary, I have a huge one there. It's huge, but it's going brown now. All the leaves are curling. It's made to go outside. I think. I don't think they're really made to grow inside in a non-controlled climate. Click the CC live or not. I did before, but it didn't work. Let me check. CC. No, subtitle closed, caption unavailable. That's what it says on my end. But maybe there's something I have to check also, set up, or yeah, I don't know. And I changed the background also because I find that more neutral behind me than I don't like when there's a bunch of stuff to look at in the background. It's distracting, and so I put the cord all along the the room here. It's like a big living room where I am. Like we have upstairs and downstairs, and here it's a big living room. So I attach the cord from each side of the room, and I have a curtain shower ring with that thing, and it's suspended. So this way, at least, it gives us a neutral background. It's less subjective and stuff like that. But that I understood these things. Like at the beginning, I was doing the Truman Show. I checked some stuff. I had the TV, a poster in the back. I'm so off of all that stuff. Like I have grown into this process also. I've realized stuff like you see what's behind me, but that's probably going to be it all the time now because it's not subjective. Like when I had my Bob Marley poster and all that, like it's not necessary. First of all, it's not necessary. It's distractive. It's subjective. So I will avoid that. So you see, I've grown in that process also of realizing that it's not so much about what's in the bag. It's what's there, what's coming out that mouth. Yeah, boom. So chive, this is the interesting thing with chives. Chives will regrow every season as long as they are organic, not GMO. And that's the thing. That's why last year I had a whole bunch of chives in containers. Some in because what I do is I get barrel, the big blue barrel. I cut them in half and I use that to put my chives in. So it's a huge barrel, not full of dirt. At the bottom, I put some logs and stuff, some pieces of wood at the bottom, and then I raise. It's like a garden bed, a raised bed, and then I put the chives. I had a whole bunch last year, but I didn't know that they would come back the next year. Even in the winter, they will survive the winter here if you cover them. Like I could have covered them with a tarp and just leave them dormant, and they would have regrow this year. I cut them all out. I got rid of all the dirt, the containers, everything. But this year, I'm growing chives, and they will come back. Then I'm not gonna throw them away. I'm gonna put them in a safe place and keep them secure for the next season because they will regrow. So yeah, no, definitely. Lemon thyme, very very good. Lemon thyme, very good. I like that. I also have which lemon balm also that I'm gonna grow. So a few stuff. So yeah. So anyway, I said I was gonna leave 15 minutes ago, but I still here talking about gardening. But we can keep going tomorrow with that chat about gardening and all kinds of stuff. I like to share everything that is upliftment, and progress. That's what it's all about. We're not devoluting here. We're evolving, and evolving includes gardening, includes using your hand to put them into dirt and learn about the plants, about the plant process, the photosynthesis, the this, the that. Like it's important. That's what we have around us, and that's what we're here for. Also, to grow our own food and try the maximum to be like somewhat self-sufficient. I know I'm not at that stage yet, but I'm going towards that. That's my ultimate goal. But even that is self-sufficient is a big word because you always have a print in the system somewhere. Always something you have to do with the system. Either you have to get nails or whatever. So it's made in this. So it's hard to be self-sufficient, but grow as much food as I can in the place that I have and stuff. So yeah. It's very important to start growing your own food. Very important. Especially there's like I said, like even chives, you're gonna go buy that at the grocery store. It's super expensive. So you better grow it, and it's so easy to grow chives. They will grow like mauvaise herbe, like weed. And you don't even need to water them or so much, or you just leave them in the sun. And here there's rain often, so I don't really worry about watering so much. The rain does the job. But yeah, definitely chives is a must. Chive, I love chives. Anyway, so yeah. So see ya. Grow your own food. Give thanks. Stay up. Large up. And I will be here again when the great solar return come back tomorrow. The grand rising sun will be here. I'll be here too. Definitely. If God wants, I'll be here. God or the Force. If the Force wants me here, I'll be here. But it's not so much the Force. If I'm still alive, which I will be, probably more alive than today, I will be here. That's it. Full joy, full joy, full joy. That's it. Our job. And that's it. See ya. It's all love. So, bye bye. See ya. We'll keep going on that same topics or trend that we have now tomorrow, 8 a.m. Boom. I'm going to transfer my video now. Like I said, check it out. Truman Show on the Rumble. Truman Show on Odyssey, and also you will find Motivation Academy a bit later on, but I'm doing one in first and after the other. Boom! I'm out. See ya.